That's
All right. Test 1 2. All right. Is that better? Can you guys hear us now? Yes.
anything.
All right. We're good. That's what I get for doing a capture card device and it automatically changing my settings. So let's restart the screen one more time. All right. Hey, this is B from Kongs R Us. And apologies for the mix up here, but I'm here with Ray from RPEG Electronics. We're here in California. He's visiting. And Ray, go ahead and do your introduction one more time.
Okay, so once again, I'm Ray from RPEG Electronics. I am the U.S. distributor for Gun4ir by JB over in Japan. And normally I don't take vacations, but my wife had some vacation days to use, and I still need her for her health insurance. So I decided, okay, let's take 5 days and come out here and visit my cousin, who's actually just 5 minutes away from B.
Yeah, so we're here, and for folks that have seen other content here, this is what we're talking about. So Raymond has modded and these real Time Crisis guns into Gun4ir technologies. And I remember the first time you ever like reached out. I think it was just a random email, and I think you were just reaching out to a few content creators just to kind of test out the product at first, right?
It was first through Brad D. So Brad, if you're here, hi.
Yeah.
And then after that, he hooked me up with you.
Okay.
And then then I reached out to you and Retro Ralph at the same time.
Nice.
That was fun.
Nice. And it's super hot. I'm sorry that we're glistening here, but you know, it's California. We're in a little bit of a heat wave. So when he first reached out to me about this Gun4ir technology, I wasn't quite sure. I was like, hey, I know that the Sindens are on the market. I know that there's the aim tracks out there. I've been wanting to explore getting a Gun4ir and just seeing the technology. And then through the recommendations of Brad D, who we had dubbed the Gun King at one point, saying that this was the best tech, Ray put his money where his mouth was and said, like, this is the best light gun technology out there. So, I mean, I've asked you this before. I've had you on my streams. But, I mean, like, when you compare Gun4ir to the Sindens, to the aim track technology, to even the AE light gun, why does the Gun4ir tech still kind of stand above?
So to make it, I actually did a video about this before, but I didn't post it publicly. So based on 2-point technology, let's call it like the Wii bar, all right? That's the original one. You got 1-2 points on top of or bottom of your screen. Now, what happens when your camera view, which is, let's say a circle, goes past the left or the right on a big widescreen TV, you have no reference point anymore. But with Gun4ir, you have one on each side, so you always have a reference point, and you can calculate for things like tilt. You can calculate for where you're standing, so people of different heights can.
Dude, this guy's freaking tall. Dude,
yeah,
he's like, what? Are you like 6 foot?
I am 6 feet. Yeah,
6 foot. I've always wanted to be a 6 foot Asian, and I came up like this short. I'm like 5'10", just there. But Console Kids was like, what? Are we brothers? You know, maybe if I was wearing my glasses, right? We could be. We're pretty close. But yeah, so Gun4ir tech, and I was in a modern arcade recently too, and I was playing the new elevator action game.
Yes.
And so all of those games now are essentially using, I actually counted, I looked and I saw 4 points.
It should be 8 LED sensors, but they're using on the top and the bottom.
Okay.
So same thing, if you were to go on the left, there's always an LED for you.
Yeah,
that's trademarked by Namco or Sega, and it's essentially the same idea but just more powerful, and their LEDs actually turn on and off based on the gun position, so it's really calculated.
Yeah, so I was just thinking about that because obviously we're using this on modern TVs, but like new light gun tech stands, like have you dived into that and seeing, like, is it as accurate as the old school, or do you know?
So
like,
the old school tech is the CRTs, which use scanners. I'm actually not an expert on this. JB is the expert who deals with the latency and everything. But the new tech has to be IR, just because we don't have CRTs anymore.
Yeah.
We can't implement that anymore.
Yeah.
And the new tech, as far as I can tell, is just as accurate as the old House of the Dead.
And most of them still actually do have cursors on the screen, though. I saw that. Yes. Kind of like the difference now is like old tech, you just kind of point and shoot, but new tech, you always usually see a cursor, even like on modern Time Crisis games, any of those games, right?
Yeah, they always have a reticle now. The cursor. I think maybe that's just because the attention span of our new generation might have gone down a bit.
Yeah,
so no one wants to aim that accurately anymore.
Yeah. So we have the guns here set up. So Ray actually just redid my guns. I've had, I think, these redone at least twice now.
This is the second time.
The second time, because I think I was one of the very first folks to get one of these, a Gen 1, you said?
Yeah, this is the first blue gun, the blue Time Crisis gun I ever made.
Look how beautiful this gun is. This is like a brand new Time Crisis, maybe 2 gun, right?
This is a Time Crisis.
Can you tell?
This one should be 3. This is 3.
A Time Crisis
2 and 3 look
gun.
the same, but the springs are a little bit different. Yeah.
Oh, he knows, right? And so when he sold me actually this one first. This was a pink gun, the good old pink gun. This one is painted, but originally he just had the Gun4ir tech. But then he sent me that one, and then it had a fisheye lens and a rumble motor, right? And then there was different coils for everything too. So I had like 2 different versions of coils, 2 different systems. And then I was like, all right, Ray, I'm going to send these back to you. And now they're both kind of hooked up with these fisheye lenses. So this just gives you ability to go wider, like further back or closer.
Closer. You want to go closer. You want to play as close to the screen as possible. On CRT, that wasn't an issue because it would just scan the gun.
Yeah.
But on modern displays, you have to have some kind of distance between the screens so that imagine the camera as your eyeball. You need to be able to see the whole screen like a movie theater.
Wider so you can
zooms out of it. So
Yeah.
you can see more of the LEDs on the screen.
So not only does it have the actual like clack, it also has a rumble when you're pointing off the screen too. So it's just extra feedback. Does the rumble actually, I mean, most modern light guns don't have a rumble feature that I know of.
Only the Scarlet Dawn gun has a rumble. Yes.
And what is it meant for? Is it just extra feedback?
It's just a feedback, but they call it a vibration motor, a vibration unit. And I took one apart. It's like a bass shaker, but there's no sound. It's more or less pretty much silent.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one, you can actually disable the clack if you don't want to disturb, the spouse and just have rumble on every shot, actually, not just reload.
Do you ever have options for folks that like you can turn this off in the settings? Is that
you can turn this off in the GUI settings? You can make an AHK to send a command to turn it off, or you can just unplug it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So these are powered by, I think, 24 volt.
These are arcade guns have to be 24 volt. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's super powerful. I mean, it's the best clack. If you hold it down, it actually does. I mean, obviously you don't want to burn this out too much, but like some of the newer games, you do have to hold it down. Like, what do you recommend for games like T2 or other ones where you kind of hold it down?
If you're using the modern the Time Crisis guns that we mod or sell for you, you can hold it down. It's not a problem because these are industrial solenoids. Not a problem.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So I can hold this down as long as I want to.
Pretty much.
It won't burn out. Yeah. If I do, I can send it back to Ray and he'll replace it, right?
We'll replace it.
Okay. He does good customer service. I'm not. So I will say these are not cheap. These are quite expensive, but Ray does, I would say, some of the best white glove service in terms of repairs and things. I sent this back to him and he just upgraded them without any cost for everything too. So I think as a modder too, you find new ways to improve.
Yeah.
Can you talk about maybe the cost of these for people that are curious about this?
So if you have a pair or you manage to get one, the service for doing this now is $400, and that's full feature. That's a recoil, fisheye, rumble, and now we even add we add we can optionally add 2 buttons so that you can reload one-handed because guys need another hand to do stuff a lot. And the single flex cord. This is a lot lighter.
Yeah, this is so nice, dude. Yeah. I saw the old one that you gave me. I was like,
yeah, the old one I just zip tied too.
Zip tie and this Rambo.
But now we got it down to the point. It's this is about 3/4 inch flex cable. Yeah. It's very tangle proof. It's very slick, and it's much lighter than like the aim track cable, which always had a tendency to break. The power line would always crack off somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so if they have a gun and they ship it,
ship it in. It's gonna be
$400 service. But do you have a service where people can buy the whole package from you?
Yeah, we do occasionally import these brand new from Japan. Then you're gonna be paying about like $800 realistically, because you can't really buy these from Namco for anything less than that. Yeah. My modding fee is normally always the same. It's just how much more of the assembly do you want to pay for it?
Yeah. So that's the kind of cost for it. Again, brand new up to $800. But so if I think these are some used ones before that you got. So I got a slightly better deal, but I think that blue one, it was also like $600, $700.
Yep. This one actually I built for myself. I meant to keep this one. I
stole it from him because it was so good.
And I showed it to B, just like, oh, hey, look, I made a blue one. And, I added a rumble. And he's like, oh, I want it. I was like, okay, well, then that's
all right. Well,
everything's for sale in my house.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, because he's seen my house and there's a lot of stuff here. And
hey, Billy.
I see that shiny new things. But anyways, so I finally got my pink guns. I got my blue guns. He also modded these, and I've shown you these before. These are real hefty Time Crisis pedals as well. So I have a pair of these as well here that actually go along with the build. And so these are industrial heavy. The first time I got these, man, these are super heavy. So
these are like 10 pounds.
What did these run for like? You still offer these?
These are not available anymore. This is an authentic Time Crisis 4 pedal.
Okay.
That this one I got actually used, but then I took it all apart. I sandblasted it, had it powder coated, so it's got the slick white coating, and then we redid the metal plate and everything. Yeah, you have the first two I built. Oh no, actually Bobby Vu has the first one I built. You have the second and third.
Yeah, I had some like weird.
Again, these were supposed to be for me, but that did not happen. And we also do carry regular gun cons for a much lower cost. This is just a premium because of the Japan import. That's
gun cons or what? Gun con Jolts at all or no?
Jolt service is the same 400, but you can get those much cheaper. Of course, you can get them like $50 to $300 depending on your luck on eBay. Honestly, yeah.
And so, but for folks that maybe even gotten like aim tracks or Sindens, right? Do you still mod those?
I modded 2 Sindens in my life, and that was the biggest pain in the butt because I had to grind and cut the circuit board, and that's fiberglass going everywhere. That was not fun.
Oh, really?
I forgot which of my customers have it. Yeah, Billy has it actually.
Really? You modded Billy's Sinden.
Yep.
Was it just because he wanted the shell of it, and he wanted it?
He wanted to pump and make all the buttons work, but it was so difficult. I stopped after that one. Aim track is done easily. That one's a low cost. That's like $200 to do an aim track, $250 to do the recoil. But you also get the recoil on an aim track. Will be able to do auto fire, and you will have the rumble feature and the new cable that won't break. If it breaks, we will replace it. But to this day, I've sold so many, none have come back with a cable issue.
Yeah, so the good thing about the Gun4ir tech, you really could use any base. I've seen Nerf guns being used. I've seen custom bow and arrow things. I've seen shotguns.
Bullfire was funny, yeah.
I mean, like, there's all sorts of things you can use the tech for. But if you want like real Namco guns for arcade, this is what I really enjoyed for what I wanted with my particular mod. I was going to make a point blank cap originally. I think it's still at Bobby Vu's house. I have these plugged into my Buck Hunter at the moment right now. And so I do have a Ray's playlist also set up on here with these guns. So I figured we do some gameplay, just show off the guns a little bit while he's here. Since have you got to play 2 players with beyond your wife with other folks?
No, unfortunately, after I got married, the house party stopped.
The house party stopped, so nobody's playing 2-player Gun4ir. No. What's your setup look like at home? Do you just
Mine is only one full-size cabinet from Game Room Solutions that I just put everything on. Mine is like a full 2-player fight stick. 2 guns, but instead of doing it in the back of the cat, I just put USB ports with power plugs because I switch guns so often. Every time I show one off, someone wants to buy it. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I can't keep this one, and I got to plug in another one. So it was not a point to hardwire it in there.
All right, so we can do some shooting, and then maybe we can convince the wives to come up and come up. Has Mrs. RPEG ever come up and said hello?
No, Mrs. RPEG has never said hello.
Yeah.
So who wants to see Mrs. RPEG? Put a like or Mrs. RPEG in the chat.
Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see the ladies come up here and shoot off the guns, because I think I clickbaited people with a picture of my wife, and she's not here, but she will be if I get her up here soon. I don't think she can.
No, unfortunately, this does not work on an @games puck. You would have to use a PC on this one.
Yeah, so all the games that are on the list, how many games are you up to right now in terms of like games?
In my own personal private playlist, I only put on the playable games. So I am at like 185. I actually stripped away some of the pointless Wii Buck Hunter ones because those are just those are too slow, and I can never shoot a deer anyway.
All right, we got some ones in the chat, so we'll see if we can convince them in afterwards. But let's show off the actual playlist really fast so you guys can see it. So this is a modded Buck Hunter cabinet with this playlist and stuff. So we can get in here and are we doing? This is Time Crisis.
No, this is House of Dead 2.
House of the Dead 2. So we're gonna play House of the Dead 2 right now.
Wait, no, this is.
That was just the
demo video.
The demo. Okay, so so this is my playlist with the different games. We'll do House of the Dead 2.
Yeah, B puts a lot more work into the artwork and videos than I do.
Yeah, I mean that's what makes it look pretty, right? So
okay, so this one is the true arcade demo version, not the PC version. So this one has no crosshairs. This one you have to actually aim. Okay.
All right, let's see.
That should be good. We have to press start button to skip the scene.
All right. Is this a Model 2 or is this a PC?
No, this is a demo, Sega Naomi.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at that! No crosshairs. It's still like looking pretty decently accurate. And I'm off to the side right now too, so that's actually pretty good.
Yep, this doesn't matter which side you're on, height difference. Yeah, it's always accurate because of 4 LEDs. And you can use the pedals to reload too. Or shoot off the side.
And it's nice because when you shoot off the screen, it gives you that little rumble feedback, so that way you can tell that the guns are on. All right, cancel with the start button. All right, here we go.
This guy's taking a long time to die.
Too late. Okay.
Womp
Womp womp. Oh shoot!
Oh, you okay? That's on you. She told you not to come, and you came.
Dude, House of the Dead with the clack clacks. I mean, the original House of the Dead didn't have this, right?
No.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. I can't describe how fun it feels to like actually be playing these guns with a real Namco Time Crisis gun like this. The Rico, I've heard some people even complain though that the feedback gets too much. Though, have you ever heard that before? Like feedback say like,
but you can actually lower the power too.
Okay. Like if people complain that it hurts their hand after a while or something?
It hurts hands and hurts ears. This is tinnitus right here.
Oh, right. It's and actually heavy. How heavy is this gun? Is it?
Almost like half a pound, I think.
Yeah, it's actually definitely hefty. So my kids, after playing for a while, get tired of holding the gun up. Definitely gives you a little bit of a workout. I think I had one person comment in my video saying that over the years of him playing with the recoil gun, it actually gave him like actual legit
carpal tunnel.
Yeah, or something like that. Have you ever heard of that? Like,
I honestly don't get in enough game time to even know.
Yeah.
Mostly I just mod.
Yeah, that's true. Most of us modding are just getting this to play and check it out. So, all right, let's see if we can get to the end boss and try out something else.
Why would you give us advice? For what purpose does a bad guy do this?
It's the monologuing, right? It's what bad guys do.
Okay.
I
think we can call it here.
All right.
This guy takes forever to beat.
Does he?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, to exit a game, let's just beat it. Like you can't just beat it without a stage.
Oh, you actually have to hit the little flying elf. Well, actually, with 2 people, it should be a lot faster. Got him.
There it is. Oh no! All right, what up? There. All right. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, this is very hard for kids.
Yeah. We got this. Sir Gold! All right, we got him. That was House of the Dead too. Woo! All right, get a little bit of a workout to exit the game. I hold down my start player 1 and player 2 button. Move into the next thing. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, do you tell everybody about kind of like your favorite gun game while I go get the girls?
Okay, sure. So actually, how do I close this? Yeah. And then maybe we can mute this or something.
Okay, I'll turn this down.
Yeah, so my favorite gun game is actually Aliens Extermination because and now today Aliens Armageddon and Terminator Salvation should be available for download from Technoparrot. I believe it's working. But Aliens Extermination is my favorite because if you shoot your own soldiers, they actually send you a bill at the end, and to me that's the most like realistic thing ever. They say cost of human lives built to the company. So while he tries to get the girls, I will answer some questions in the chat. I've actually never done a stream like this professional. Like my thing is super ghetto. Let's see. Okay, 1, 2 drug women console kits. Hi. All right, I have this game on Wii. Yes, the Wii version of this is a 2-player as well. Virtual Cop 1 and 2 is now playable full screen. And yes, this is upscaled to 1080p. This can go up to 4K.
All right, so without further ado, I want to debut Mrs. Kongs R Us and Mrs. RPEG Electronics. Whoa! The fanfare. They're so excited. Okay, hello.
So this is Mrs. RPEG Electronics, Donna.
All right, you
That's
want
my
to stand
wife.
over there? Okay, you can be the blue person. Hello. All right, so Mrs. Kongs R Us and Mrs. RPEG Electronics. Now that you've been here and seeing us geek out over the stuff, do you have any advice for us now that you've seen all these things?
What would you like to sell to the audience? What would you like to take home?
She likes her cat. That's for sure. I know that for sure. She's been begging me for a cat for a while now.
Yeah.
And I just came and checked out B's Arcade. This is a lot. I did not, from streams I've seen it before, but I did not expect like the amount of like stuff here.
How does
Yeah,
this house
that's-
compare to his stuff?
Oh, it's definitely. He only have one arcade, and then this is.
You only have one arcade?
I only have
House is
one. I
full
put
of
everything
arcades.
into one, and I mod the crap out of one.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
she's
I
so
was
fun.
very surprised.
I did have one at one point, and then you mod out of necessity, but then you sell a couch and you'll have more space. So it is what it is.
Yeah, to be fair though, this is a full house in California. I live in a 1-bedroom in New York. Okay, there's a reason for that. I can't put anything more in there. Very limited spacing.
All right, so people are already saying starting at $200 for a modded Big Buck Hunter. Mrs. Contours is always trying to sell my stuff. Do you ever try to sell his stuff or tell him that he needs to sell things?
Oh, I sell everything anyway.
Yeah, I never helped, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah,
All right.
everything in my house is for sale. If you see anything on my videos
That's
that you
true.
like, you just email me. Don't worry.
Yeah. I've bought a lot of things from your husband, so I'm definitely a top. I would say I'm like one of the top customers between all this stuff, right?
Yeah, you're definitely
Thank you.
up there. Yeah, you're actually one of the first 3 customers. The first one being
Oh.
Brad D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you and Bobby Vu will be like number 2 and 3, and the Retro Ralph will be at number 4, I believe.
nice. Well, cool. Well, it's cool to have you here. We're gonna have Mrs. Kongs R Us and Mrs. RPEG play one more game, and then we're gonna call it a night. So, any requests out there? What do you think would be a good gun game for these two to play?
Let's see. Yeah,
Maybe not the zombie
Yeah.
one.
All right, we
Yeah,
did the
what is-
zombie one already.
yeah,
so
we just did this one.
So we're gonna exit this. We can do a Time Crisis game.
Yeah, Time Crisis is 1 player though.
What's that? Time Crisis 2?
No, Time Crisis is only a 1 player. How about
Isn't Time Crisis 2 a 2-player one?
Oh yeah, Time Crisis 2 can be a 2-player, or we could do like
Bug Hunter.
Oh, yeah, the hunters one. That's-
yeah. Let's see, modern shooters.
You have all these games on here.
Blue Stay, Count Death, Epoch, Far Cry, Friction.
What are we thinking? Maybe Time Crisis like 2 or 3?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right. This be 2-player or is this 1-player?
This should be 4 is definitely 1 player.
Okay.
Or do Aliens. They were asking what my favorite game is. I said Aliens. Aliens is
Aliens?
definitely 2. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's do that. So let's see. Aliens would be under mounted gun games. Look, I have like this whole playlist for like
He
mounted
he
gun
like
games.
did so much.
Skull Island, Line of Fire, Luigi's Mansion.
But you notice like all the buttons you have to push to get to one thing. And it's like, wow, that's
Yeah, on mine I put a joystick, so that makes it a little simpler.
Trilogy, Steel Gunner, Terminator 2.
Is anyone seeing what you're
This one?
scrolling
Alien
through?
Extermination?
No, we didn't actually see.
Yeah, you're not like we're just talking out loud and no one's
Oh,
seeing
I
what you're
see.
doing.
There it is. Okay, so this is the playlist that we're going through right now.
There we go.
We're
That'll
gonna
do.
do Aliens Extermination. We'll see how this goes.
Okay.
I hope this is all set up right still.
Should be. This one
Yeah.
is Techno Parrot.
Yeah.
So do we have to step on this?
Yeah, because
to-
there's only 2 buttons.
Oh, that one would be for
flame.
flamethrower then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
So
how to
should I-
reload?
Yeah.
Shoot like off the screen to reload.
I think
No, this one
it's-
doesn't need reload. You just have to
hold
keep
down-
shooting. You just have to
hold down
keep
the button.
shooting the guns and don't shoot your own men.
Oh. I can't get.
Police
into that.
Trainer, I don't think has been emulated yet.
Is there a one
Uh-oh.
on
A
here?
1 has been made.
Oh, there
yeah.
it goes.
Vampire Knight for PS2 is available.
Mhm.
Yeah. And console kids, yes, I do sell karaoke systems as well.
Yes. Since you sell karaoke machines, do you ever like still karaoke yourselves?
No, I'm a terrible singer. Actually, that's pretty much why I sell them instead of performing. Otherwise, I would have been on American Idol by now. No, you didn't set up the start buttons in TechnoParrot.
Okay, all right. Let's just do.
Oh wait, actually no, you.
I think you went back.
Yeah, no, we didn't set. So yeah, we'll do something. Classic Aliens. Aliens 3, the gun.
Let's just do something like Point Blank or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ones that we know work.
What's that? We'll do Point Blank.
Yeah, actually, I got to send you a new setup. I actually have this auto configured now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. This is one of the rumored games that's going to be on the Arcade1Up system. So let's just give it a go.
Okay. And they mix it up, so then you're the red. Yeah.
Oh, I'm the red one. Okay. What am I supposed to shoot from? I'm terrible at this.
I do beginner stage.
Oh, yes.
Just picking
All right, so these are like just a bunch of mini games that you're supposed to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That I'm supposed to shoot. Okay.
Unlimited. Oop. Wow. Whoops. I got somebody.
Just going to town.
Ah, you killed one innocent, sweetie.
I did.
Yeah.
It's okay, we'll see how far you guys get. It's just a bunch of mini games.
It's a lucky one.
Yeah.
Let's see. Question mark. Oh, okay. Shoot target. Okay. 10 seconds. 1 bullet.
Yeah, one bullet.
Oh.
Oh, you got it. Yay!
Nice.
Thanks for the shout out, Brandon.
Don't shoot the bombs. Okay.
Okay.
Unlimited 20.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I didn't even shoot the bomb. That's a miracle.
I was surprised the bomb wasn't like. I was wondering where it was. And the last one. Shoot the bees.
Shoot the bees.
Shoot the bees.
bees.
Oh, I've never played this game. That seems kind of dangerous.
Where are the
Be
bees?
high first.
Oh.
Oh.
They're just like all over the screen. I don't know what I'm shooting at.
All right, you guys want to keep playing? Are you guys good?
I think we're good. It's
Yeah,
getting
we're
hot.
Good?
Yes.
Feeling
Yeah.
pretty good. All right, we'll close out the
Very
stream right
good.
now. Close that out. Close that out. And we will just do some quick final thoughts for everybody. So, all right, how was that playing the game? Any thoughts? You played this before. Have you played these guns before?
Oh yeah, I played, but not this game. But the gun feeling is pretty good, and the game is very interesting.
That's right.
I
All right.
definitely like those like quick party games, not like let's go shoot zombies or something.
Yeah, Point Blank's a good one. It's one of the rumored cabs that's going to be out there right now. So, Raymond, why don't you jump in there and just do a quick final thoughts while you're here? Just one final plug.
You can hold your
Whatever you want.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, B, very much for hosting me.
Yeah.
I pretty much just showed up out of nowhere. So thank you for all the shout outs from everybody in the chat. Yeah, see, I can't tell who's who with all of these screen names, but I know who Billy is. Yeah. And Biggie D.
So you have
Yeah.
says, "Hey B, Ray, does some very nice work. You have a Jolt, a real time crisis gun, and a TC3 pedal. Aim track, all modded by Ray. Thanks." And that's Brandon.
All right. That I know who it
You
is.
know
Yes.
Brandon. So he says, "Ha, are you serious? Nice shot." Okay, there it is. Standing 13 inches tall with the brilliant 3.2 inch tune. And you need Ray's white holster.
Oh, he has a custom white holster. I had 3D printed for him at one point. We don't sell that anymore. It was a lot of work, but yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, Ray, for coming by to visit. It's really hot. We're going to go out and get some drinks. Thanks, everybody, for showing up tonight. Have a wonderful night. We will see you. I'll be next in Chicago. It'll be fun. So maybe we'll see some of you guys there.
And I'll be back in New York next week.
See
Take
you
care.
guys later. Bye.